happy journey. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Walking the Path. It's Thursday. It's 1 o'clock Central Time, and that must be it's time for Walking the Path. I'm so glad that you're here. So glad to have this opportunity to speak with you today. Thank you for joining. Today, I want to talk to you about holding space. And what is it to hold space? What the is holding space, right? So I want to talk to you about that, but I also want to tell you what's going on right now, where people are really holding space at this moment is at rythmia. And so the first part of my talk, I talk about rythmia and tell you a little bit about what's going on. And then the second part, we'll talk about our topic, which is holding space, which is what they're doing at rythmia right now. Okay, so first part of the talk, Rythmia Life Advancement Center in Guanacaste, Costa Rica, has been a blessing in my life and over 13,500 other people's lives. This is a tremendous place to come for three reasons: to see who you've become, to merge with your soul, and to heal your heart. When you do that at Rythmia, we call that a miracle. And the miracle is that you've seen some aspect of yourself that you thought you had to be. You thought you had to be a certain way in order to get your needs met. You thought you had to be a certain way in order to feel loved, in order to feel safe, in order to feel like you belong, in order to feel enough. But that's been a lie, because you haven't had to be any way other than the way that you are, other than being your true self. And so the first thing at Rythmia is you get to see all the stuff that you put on to who you thought you needed to be, and that gets taken off. Woo! And you feel so much better, so much lighter. And when you do that, you can finally come back together with your soul, come back to a state of wholeness, come back to a state of deep realization that the only lack there ever was a sense of separation. It's the only lack. That gets cleaned up. And then from that place, you get to heal your heart and forgive the unforgivable. Can you imagine forgiving yourself? All forgiveness is self-forgiveness. So the first thing and the first person we need to forgive is ourselves. Forgiving the unforgivable to those who you feel have perpetrated against you and to yourself. This is a miracle. This is what's happening right now at Rythmia. So I want you to call the number on the screen, find out a little bit more about this information and how you could find yourself in Costa Rica at a transformative retreat that will change your life forever. It's an amazing time. So I hope you check that out. Now, holding space is something that we do at Rythmia. So I wanted to talk about that. What is holding space? What the is holding space, right? I hear people say that all the time. I'm just holding space. I'm holding space for you. I'm holding space for that person. What is holding space? Holding space, traditionally, holding space is used in ceremony and therapeutic environments for people to be able to express themselves, right? I want you to be able to express yourself. I'm going to give you the space to do that. That's one aspect of holding space. Hey, everybody. Great to see you. Amar, man. How's everything down in Brazil? So good to see everybody joining in. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So what is holding space? Well, that's one thing. That's one thing is holding space, is allowing people to express themselves. But I want to talk about a more powerful intention of holding space. And that's not just it's not just about letting people express themselves, because people can express anything. But holding space in the way I'm talking about it is holding space for what is seeking to emerge. And what is seeking to emerge is always good. What is seeking to emerge is always vital, is always beneficial, is always whole, is always complete, is always loving, is always peaceful, is always harmonious. That's what's always seeking to emerge. Now, you may say to me, John, I'm looking around at the news today and I don't see a wholeness and peace and harmony emerging. And I'm going to tell you, they're emerging, but we have to hold the space for them to emerge. We have to be the portal through which they can emerge. We have to be the bridge through which peace, love, joy, harmony, abundance, prosperity, health, vitality, excellence, creativity can emerge. That's holding space. We have to be the space for that to emerge on the planet. How do we do that? We do that by using our full intention. We do that by using ability to think about something other than what our five senses are telling us. Get that. The ability to hold space is the ability to deny what the five senses are telling you. Because what the five senses are telling you might be things are screwed up right now. What the five senses are telling you is that person's sick, or that person's hurting, or that person's in trauma. What your five senses might be telling you is everything's going to hell in a handbasket. That's what your five senses might be telling you. But the truth is that this moment, what's happening, what the five senses are observing in this now moment, is a condensation of our past beliefs, opinions, perspectives, points of view, and thoughts. It's a condensation of our past thoughts. This moment, what the five senses are picking up right now, is the past. It's a relic of the past that is condensed into this moment, and it's done. It's inevitable. But that doesn't mean we wring our hands and say, "Oh, that's it. Life. This is the way life is." Because holding space then becomes our job, to hold the space for what's seeking to emerge. And how do we do that? First of all, we have to anchor into the truth that everything is seeking harmony. Everything is seeking balance. Everything is seeking order. That is a law. That's not me just saying it. That's just woo-woo. Yeah, you can say that, but that's not the truth. No. There is an undergraduate physics experiment called the Kurimoto equation. And it is a mathematical expression that proves that all systems, biological or physical, are seeking homeostasis. All systems, biological and physical, seek order, seek harmony, seek balance. We see it everywhere. We need only look to nature. Look to the winds that are blowing. When the winds are blowing, that means that there's a high pressure somewhere and a low pressure somewhere else, and they're trying to balance each other out. When there are hurricanes at the equator during hurricane season, is that disorder? No, that's actually order seeking to emerge. It looks like disorder, but order is seeking to emerge. Hurricanes are the Earth's natural way of cooling off. It's moving that hot water, hot air, that heat from the equator up to the cooler regions. That is a system seeking order, balance, and harmony. We see it in nature. And let me ask you this. Are you a biological system? Why, yes. Why, yes, I am. Okay, then. Then you are naturally seeking order, harmony, and balance. And everything around us, is everything around us in the physical world a biological or a physical system? Yes. Why, yes, they are. Therefore, everything around us is seeking order, harmony, and balance. So holding space then is denying this moment. Might be a hurricane, might look like it's crazy, but order, harmony, and balance are seeking to emerge. Here's another example of that. Think about, let's go back to the hurricane. So there is that hurricane that's coming. You're on the ground floor. It's looking chaotic. It's looking crazy. Things are blowing, roofs are blowing off. It's dangerous, right? Now, imagine you are in an airplane and you're flying over the hurricane. And you can start to see down below, you can start to see the houses and the streets and the parks, and you can start to see some order, the grid of the city. You can start to see some balance, right? And then let's say now you're in the space station and you're looking at the Earth from the space station, and you see this beautiful marble spinning in this black velvet star-studded backdrop. And you can see the hurricane in the Earth. You can see that big white swirl in the blue and the green and the brown of the Earth, and the Earth is turning, and the whole thing looks harmonious. The whole thing looks beautiful. So whether you're on the ground floor in an airplane looking down at the ground, or in the space station, there's chaos, order, peace, and harmony. They're all happening at the same time. They're all happening at the same time. So our job to hold space then becomes the ability to deny what's happening on the ground floor, move up to the upper levels, and see from a higher perspective that peace and order and harmony and balance are seeking to emerge. When someone's sick, when someone's suffering, we don't deny that they're suffering. We don't say, you're seeking order, balance, and harmony, you'll be fine. We acknowledge and we tend to their needs, right? Like someone's going through something. But we also know holding space for them is knowing that that illness is the body trying to come to balance, order, and harmony. That difficult time that they're going through is their higher self trying to bring their life into order, balance, and harmony. And guess what? Chaos is always the precursor to harmony. Confusion is always the precursor to clarity. Sadness is always the precursor to joy. It's always that way. So this is how we know that order, balance, harmony are always seeking to emerge, no matter what the appearances are. And to hold space, we've got to catch what's seeking to emerge, not what's happening in the condensation of this now moment. So let me review. A quick review. So you're on the ground floor of a hurricane. It's chaotic, and all you see is chaos. That's like this present now moment. Now jump up to the airplane. You're looking down at the ground. You see a grid. You see trees. You see parks. You see houses. You see some order. And now jump up to the space station and look at the Earth from the space station, and you just see beauty and harmony and balance. So chaos, order, harmony, all happening at the same time. Where do you want to hold space? Do you want to hold space in chaos, or do you want to hold space in peace and order and harmony and balance? This, to me, is the true meaning of holding space, that we are working our magic. We're working with the magic-making integrity of the universe to catch what's happening, what's seeking to emerge. I hold the space, and when I do that, I'm actually creating the conditions necessary for that to emerge. Here's how that works. We know that everything has an energetic field. They call it the toric field, an electromagnetic field. There is a field of consciousness, a field of intelligence, a field of energy around everything, around you, around me, around a seed, around the earth. There's a field of energy. That field of energy is what informs the form. The field informs the form. Consciousness informs the material world. From the invisible to the visible, from the formless to the formed. This is how things move in manifestation. And so when we are holding space, we're catching what's in the field, seeking to emerge into form. But it requires us to be the portal. It requires us to be the active ingredient. We need to be the spiritual activator. Get your spiritual Jerry curl out. I used too much. Look what happened. Okay, so how do we hold space then for what's seeking to emerge? The first thing is, if you are in a chaotic situation, if you are in sadness, if you are in sorrow, if you are in ill health, the first thing to do is stop thinking about the problem. Stop thinking about how bad it is. Stop thinking about how chaotic it is, and start thinking about what's possible. Start thinking about potential. Start thinking about what's seeking to emerge. Start thinking about what you need, what you want, what you desire, what you deserve. Start thinking about what you would like to bring about. Start thinking about what you'd like to bring about. This is the shift from focusing on the problem, which keeps us drilling down into the problem, and shifting into a higher vibratory frequency of what's seeking to emerge. I start thinking about solutions. I start thinking about answers. This is what I actually say to myself. I say, I know there's an answer here. I can't see it. I can't see it right now. Let me see it. I know there's a solution here. I can't see it right now. Let me see it. I know that there's peace here. I can't see it right now because I'm angry as a fucker right now. I can't see it. Let me see it. I know there's abundance here. I might be having trouble paying my bills, but I know there's abundance here. I can't see it right now. Let me see it. This is how we become the creator, the portal, the bridge for what is seeking to emerge to come into the material world. It happens in this way, from consciousness into form, from the invisible to the visible, from the formless to the formed. There's a mathematical equation for that. It's called E equals MC squared, Einstein's special theory of relativity. He outlines it right there. E is energy, there's an equal sign, and M is matter or mass. Energy and matter are on different sides of an equal sign. It's the same thing. It moves. So energy slowed down becomes matter. Matter sped up becomes energy. Therefore, what can we do? How can I catch what's seeking to emerge? I have to inform the energetic field. If I am looking for harmony and peace and order, and I know it's there, I have to inform the energetic field with harmony, peace, order. If I'm seeking health and vitality, I have to inform the energetic field with health and vitality so that it informs me. We're creating our energetic field all the time. We're creating our electromagnetic field all the time. We're creating our reality all the time. But we don't do it with a definite effect. We don't do it with intention. So we bring our intention to it. And now I begin to use affirmation, affirmative prayer, using my mind in a way to create the conditions for something to emerge. This is how it works. From the formless to the formed. So when I'm wanting to hold space for something to emerge, I'm denying what the five senses are seeing, because I don't see that peace right here. I don't see that abundance right here. I don't see that vitality right here. I'm going to deny what the five senses are saying, and I'm going to jump up to the upper rooms, and I'm going to use my affirmation. I'm going to use my affirmative prayer. I'm going to use my intentionality to create the energetic field. I'm going to inform the consciousness all around me with what is seeking to emerge. I know there's love here. I know there's peace here. Let me see it. I know there's beauty here. Let me see it. I know the truth that all things are unfolding in divine perfection, even though I can't see it. I know everything always works out in the end. Right now, I can't see how it's going to work out, but I know it always does. It always has. Let me see it. I begin to generate this feeling of all things possible. I begin to generate this feeling of the potential is there. The possibility is there. Something seeking to emerge. I can't see it. Let me see it. We begin to work on that level with affirmation, where I say, I hear the voice of intuition clearly and give immediate obedience to it. Where we say, every cell in my body is streaming with light, Everything is moving into order, balance, and harmony in my body. If it's about prosperity or abundance, you use the affirmation. Or a denial, I deny debt. There is no debt in the divine mind. There is no debt in the divine mind. I owe no man or institution anything. All is squared. All of my obligations are wiped out with ease and grace in a magical way. This is how we begin to shift the field of energy around us. And when we shift the field of energy around us, it informs our experience. It moves from consciousness into form. Everything moves from consciousness into form. There was the idea of a cell phone, and then someone invented a cell phone. There was the idea of a computer, or the idea that we could fly, or the idea of a wheel, and then someone invented it. It moves from consciousness into form. So this is where we get to work our magic. This is where we get to be in league with the magic making integrity of the universe. And hey, Vinny, what's up, man? So, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We create our new reality. We hold the space for what's seeking to emerge. We create the electromagnetic field. Here's how it works. How do you create an electromagnetic field? The intention, the word, the thought. That's an what is a thought or a word? A word is an expression of a thought, and a thought is an electrical chemical activity in the brain. It's electrical. So a thought is electricity that's being expressed into the creative medium. The word, the vibration, the thought, the logos being expressed out. And when I think about now gratitude, when I think about peace, when I think about health, when I think about abundance, right? I'm generating a feeling of abundance. The important thing with this part of creating your new electromagnetic field is that you feel it. You got to feel it. So let's say I have a friend right now who's working with prostate cancer, and we don't know what the outcome is, but here's what we know. Here's what we know. I'm telling him, I want you to be thinking of yourself 10 years from now. What are you doing? What are you doing? Who are you with? What kind of activities? What's your life like 10 years from now? Begin to imagine, begin to dream. What is it like? What am I doing? What am I experiencing? What would I love to experience? You place your awareness on that, and you begin to feel it like it's really happening. Bring it to life, whether it's the textures, the senses, the flavors, the smells. bring it to life, bring it to vibrant life. And now you have a thought or an intention or an affirmation or a vision that you're putting out there. That's the electrical piece. And you're creating this feeling with a vision, with a dream, with an experience. You're creating that feeling. You're generating a feeling, and the feeling is like a magnet. So when you send out your thought and you generate the feeling, it's a new electromagnetic field. You're creating a new field. That field is you holding space for what's seeking to emerge in your life. And guess what's seeking to emerge in your life? Peace, order, harmony, balance, creativity, excellence, abundance, prosperity, health, vitality, joy. What else? What else is seeking to emerge? Oneness. What else is seeking to emerge? Beauty. What else is seeking to emerge? Unlimited potential. Unlimited possibility, unexpected offers, unexpected joy, unexpected love, unexpected money, unexpected prosperity, coming in unexpected ways from unexpected places in your life, in my life, in the life of others. That's what's seeking to emerge. So we anchor ourselves daily with some idea, an electrical idea, and we anchor it with a feeling of what's seeking to emerge. We create a new electromagnetic field. The field informs the form, from the invisible to the visible. That, to me, is holding space. Okay, I think that's our talk. I'm so glad you guys tuned in. Thank you so much. It was really, really awesome to share with you today. I hope you all are doing well. Wishing you much love, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.